Crypto fam, welcome back to the channel. Coming back at you with a Crypto.com video, Cronos token. Subscribe for Cronos videos. We have new crypto, Bitcoin related content coming out every single day. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go ahead and jump into it here today. We're going to be looking at some technical analysis, then getting into some recent news, and letting you guys know what we think about CRO right now. So this is the CRO USD chart. You can see we're still on this parabolic trend line here. This is the weekly time frame. You can see we blasted off here, came back down and retested this trend line right here as support, and we are currently sitting at that support level right now. The key level we're looking at here to the upside is around the 15-cent level. If we can break past that, we could see CRO make its way back up to around 24 cents. If we break below this, we're definitely going to be in for some lower CRO prices. The next support level is going to be around 8 or 9 cents, right around here. So if we break below this trend line, that's where we could see CRO go next. And the total 3 is still looking pretty bullish here on the weekly, still hitting this trend line here. We are just sitting at the low of this trend line. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out if we start to make higher highs here, or if we break down below this, maybe even retest that 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level before going higher. And if we do break below $621 billion, the next level down for the total 3 is going to be around $500 billion. So that's the low side. And if we continue bullish to the upside, hopefully we can see ourselves come back and retest the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level and make its way up to the 0.618. That's what we're looking for in the short term over the next couple of weeks. And to get into Cronos here, we can see Cronos is currently rated number 3 at the top centralized tokens by market capitalization. Comparing it to CRO, we can see if Cronos had the market cap of BNB, it would be around $3.41. Even though we are bullish on CRO in this bull market, we don't think CRO will get this high. We'll be showing you why here in a second. We're going to get into some CRO news here, so stay tuned for that. But before we do, make sure to check out our Patreon. You can get exclusive content once you sign up with our Patreon. We have different levels, and you can sign up for any one of these levels and get different perks. You can actually have one-on-one weeklies with the Bitcoin Bros if that's what you want, and you can see the price point for that. And there's other additional perks. The link for that will be in the description below and also the comment section. So go ahead and check that out. Let's go ahead and get back into this Crypto.com news. We can see here a pretty big milestone. Crypto.com surpasses 100 million global users. So it's good to see the exchange continuing to grow. And this is the reason why we really like the CRO token. We know it's the CRO token is the native token for the Cronos chain, but it's also the token for the Crypto.com exchange and the company. We think the company could potentially continue to do well throughout the world going into this bull run, into the next bull run, because of the brand. It has a very, very simple name, and it's been reliable. We've seen a lot of these exchanges like FTX fail. I mean, over the past couple of years, we've seen a lot of these exchanges like the CEO of Binance, CZ, he's going to prison. So we're seeing a lot of these exchanges being non-compliant, running into issues, but we have not seen that with Crypto.com. We have not seen Crypto.com suspend withdrawals. This is why we think CRO will continue to do well in the future. And then some other big news. Crypto.com's Dubai entity receives full operational approval. So the Crypto.com exchange for institutional investors launches as first operational milestone in Dubai. That's really huge. That's not just huge for the CRO token. That's not just huge for this exchange. This is bringing liquidity into the entire crypto market. Definitely good to see. And we want to continue to see things like this in the future. Positive regulation around cryptocurrency and these exchanges getting approved around the world. And then to look at the Cronos chain, the daily transaction charts, we can see that it really was peaking back here in April of 2022, around 500,000 transactions a day. We've had this big anomaly here back in December, which kind of messes up this chart, but we're actually starting to see the Cronos chain have a little bit more activity. We went from around 40 to 30,000 in the bear market. If you come back down here, it's like around 30 to 40,000 every single day. But since around April, we're seeing 100,000, 80,000, 90,000 total transactions per day. So Cronos chain is growing slowly. Definitely good to see that. And if you compare it to the other chains here, You can see CRO is coming in at number 14 in terms of dApps on the platform, and it's lacking in a lot of these fields, to be totally honest with you guys. We can see the unique active users on Cronos is only around 31,000 a day, which really is not that great compared to other chains. And then if we look at the total value locked, it's around $366 million. So one of the reasons why we think CRO can't get as high as BNB this cycle is we really need to see a change for CRO if that's going to happen. Look at the stats here for the BNB chain. 5,300 dApps. They have over 1.48 million unique active wallets and 4.39 billion TVL, total value locked in the chain. You compare the CRO, and CRO really is not even close anywhere to that. But that doesn't mean it can't change in the future. But right now we can see why Binance and BNB coin is still a top 5 crypto because of all the activity on the Binance chain. And they've been very, very successful. So we'll see if that changes in the future. But if we want to see CRO really compete with BNB in the future, we need to see CRO start to get some bigger numbers here and start to really compete with Binance. And then if you guys didn't know, make sure to check out the Crypto.com debit cards. They have a lot of different perks. You can see here you have to stake a certain amount of CRO to be able to qualify for the different rewards cards. You can get airport lounge access and some other things here. You guys can check it out. This is right on their website. Just type in Crypto.com debit cards and you guys can check that out if you're interested in spending your crypto for everyday transactions. And there was a post on Reddit I want to share with you guys. Somebody sold 1 Bitcoin for CRO and he staked it for 20%. So I just want to give you guys my thoughts on this. When you stake your CRO and you're staking it for more than 3 months, you got to be very, very careful because when you look at the CRO to BTC chart, look how fast CRO moves. And if we zoom out here, we look at the historical chart here for the CRO to Bitcoin chart, we can see CRO moves very fast against BTC. So you can see right here, October 2021, CRO made a massive move against Bitcoin literally in a month. This is the monthly chart, and it went up at the peak. It went up 364%. But now you can see we're at these lower levels again, and CRO has been bleeding against Bitcoin. So if you see something like this, if you're trading your Bitcoin for CRO because you know we're in a bull market, and you think you can end up with more Bitcoin by trading CRO, you need to watch out for these big moves, and this is when you need to be looking to take some profit off the table. And you might not want to wait until it gets all the way back up to this level because this level may never happen again. And there's a lot of crypto charts. You can look at the Litecoin chart and a lot of these other altcoins we've seen historically with other altcoins. Like you can look at the Litecoin chart here. Litecoin peaked here back in 2013 against Bitcoin. This is the Litecoin to Bitcoin chart. And it never got back up to that level in its history. It just bled against Bitcoin. You can see it made moves up to the upside here. So if you got into Litecoin here and then sold up here at the top, that was a pretty good trade. But don't expect Litecoin to come all the way back up here to what it was at back in 2014. Also looking at Ethereum, it's the same thing. Ethereum blasted up here all the way to 0.159 BTC, and it has not gotten back there yet. This was all the way back in 2017. So even in 2021, we had the massive bull run. Ethereum outperformed Bitcoin a little bit, but ever since 2021, it has been bleeding against Bitcoin. And this is the biggest altcoin. So just be very careful with CRO. If you are trading CRO for Bitcoin, you're trying to get more Bitcoin out of your CRO trade, don't expect CRO to go back up to these levels because it might not happen. If we make a nice move to the upside of potentially 200%, that would be good enough in my personal opinion. So the Bitcoin bros, we tell you guys to try to trade altcoins during bull markets to try to get more BTC if you can. Sometimes it's really hard. You might pick the wrong crypto and you might get rugged on the crypto you picked. You just have to go with the losses, but hopefully you can find a couple cryptos where you make a lot more BTC in value. So let me know what you guys think about all that in the comment section below. Just want to give you guys my thoughts on Crypto.com, get you guys brought back up to speed. And thank you for watching all the way to the end. My name is Eric from the Bitcoin Bros. I'm out. See you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.